How did you feel about Cereset prior to getting it done the first time, if you can remember?
Yes.
Well, it was a completely unknown, so we uh, thought that there were things in our physical and mental state that needed some tune-up, if you will,
Mhm.
as we approached our very late 80s, and so we trusted that maybe this might be the answer to it, and didn't understand it,
Mhm.
but it seemed to have research behind it that said it could help. So
Well, I was skeptical. He wanted to do it, so we went, had it done. I was skeptical
Mhm.
and had it done anyway. So that's how I felt before I had it.
Okay. I was skeptical too. Um, okay, so when Dad first tried it, it was out of desperation to get rid of that trash smell that he had had for 10 months after COVID. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Dad?
yes, uh, I guess I would call it long COVID
Mm-hmm.
probably, and rather than having no smell, I had a terrible smell that stuck with me,
Mm-hmm.
and it changed a couple of times, but the quality of the smell didn't get any better. So I was really looking for some way to get rid of that. And after the first session, that was gone and has never come back. Now, I have not regained my sense of smell, but I was losing it anyway, and I attribute that not to
COVID.
something that, yes, I attribute it to age,
Mm-hmm.
and I really basically don't have much in the way of taste anymore. But anyway, it got rid of that terrible problem that I had with the smell.
Yeah. And so when that resolved, I think you said 90% for you after the first session. Mom wasn't even planning on getting it done, but since it did that for you in one session, then you convinced her to try it, right?
Right. Mom takes some convincing occasionally.
So so Mom, what did you notice at the end of the week after you had Cereset done?
Uh, well, I didn't notice as much as what people notice about me
Mm-hmm.
because I have neuropathy and I have a bad balance problem. And Dad noticed that I was walking straighter and my head was definitely clearer because, and I was less anxious now, thinking back to that first time.
Mm-hmm.
Always anxious driving in the mountains, just a bundle of nerves. But we went up to our daughter's house in the mountains, and I was just laid back and calm and enjoyed the ride. That's what I noticed about the first time.
Yeah. I'm sure you noticed that too, Dad, that she was enjoying the trip.
Yeah, she was always kind of white knuckled going around the mountains up there, but she really was relaxed, and I could tell the difference. And as time goes by, you'll find that you need to do resets.
Mm-hmm.
And each time, and we recently had a reset done and tune up, and it uh, it pops you right back to being in the groove again, I would say.
Yeah.
And
So Mom came home and waxed the whole kitchen floor.
yeah,
This
she
last
sure
time,
did.
this last tune-up, I have had more energy than I've had in a year because we
Yeah.
hadn't had a tune-up for a year, and we had a 2-session tune-up. And I have just had energy I haven't had. And I did redo the kitchen floor. I've gone shopping, which I haven't wanted to do.
That's the
And-
dangerous part.
Yeah.
and it just had energy to keep going. Usually one, like a shopping trip would be all I could do in a day. When I went shopping, and then I went grocery shopping, then I came home and I baked, and I just didn't run out of energy.
Mhm.
So that's a little worrisome to have so much energy.
Okay. So, what would you tell someone who wants to try it but has some reservations?
Well, in life, you've got to be a little bit of a risk taker,
Mhm.
and
It may not work.
it's not something this painful. It's rather enjoyable. You'll find that when you're going through the session, you're probably 90% of the people or more. I don't know what the stats would be. You're going to fall asleep in the chair while
Mhm.
your brain is retuning itself. So
Mhm.
it's not a painful situation. It's a rather enjoyable session.
I would say it probably doesn't work the same for everyone.
Mhm.
It depends on what your situation is. And
Right.
in my case, anxiety, it relieved anxiety and gave me energy, and just, and I'm walking better. I haven't used my walking cane all week. I'm just keeping my balance better. And
And
I
you both
had,
mentioned vision.
well, yes, my vision is a little better. It's still hard to see small print,
Mhm.
but I noticed that things aren't as blurry as they had been just lately. And I'd even told the eye doctor about it, and he said he wasn't anything he could do.
Mm.
He's done all he can do for my eyes. I need reading glasses, but things are clearer.
Mm.
I
I,
even read an article without my glasses the other day, and I can't believe it.
we have, we're in the Baylor uh, medical system. I think that's one of the best in the country. And I just had my yearly physical and eye exam. And the problem I have seen developing is as I look sideways, that my eyes, my vision is good,
Mm.
but there was a little bit of a problem of my eyes focusing together as I look sideways. when I and I've got a great doctor, but it's kind of okay. But there wasn't seemingly anything they could do.
Mm.
After this session, that seems to have straightened out
Mm.
for me. Now, I suspect that over time that will regress and we'll need to go through a tune-up again. But
Mhm.
right now, that problem is less noticeable to me than it was a couple weeks ago before our session. So even even a vision deal can be uh, helped.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to start a franchise in Temple?
Well,
We'd love to have one here.
if we weren't pushing awful close to that 90 mark, we we might be in for it, but it's a
Yeah.
little late to start that career.
Okay, well, anything else you'd like to share?
No, if you feel like you uh, are just not as sharp as you used to be, you'd have something that you kind of term as brain fog.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to say that it's going to turn you into Einstein if you weren't Einstein to start with, but I think if you've had maybe some problems with balance and some things like that, it might well be worth your while to try it.
Yeah.
I think that,
At the very least, it's not going to hurt you,
that's
right?
right.
And
That's
so-
right. And I think there's research over there in your area with
Mhm.
university that is ongoing. So uh, it's not witchcraft we're talking about here. It's the real thing, and they will show you when you're in the session what your brain looked like, what your balance looked like before, and
Mhm.
what it looks like when you finish with your sessions, and you will see a marked difference.
Yeah. And I think that's really validating for people, if they do have anxiety or any other issues that we're able to show them, they're not making it up. We can see it on the graph. We can see if you're really imbalanced. And that's always validating for people. So, okay. Well, thank you for your time today and your willingness to be an internet star, an internet sensation.
All right. Good to see you.
You too.
Are
Okay.
we all set?